Here's something I've been thinking about talking about a bunch of times. I am a math educator, that is my job, college professor of mathematics, dabble in music badly. But I do professionally do this math stuff, and I keep wondering if I should talk about, just for me, what's wrong with math education in this country. In the United States, we don't perform as well as other countries, we're getting our butts kicked, blah, 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 etc., etc. Why is that? And there are a million reasons why that is, in my opinion. Just want to mention two of them keep coming up to me recently. One is, when you look at a lot of the other countries that kick our butts, the Asian countries or Eastern European countries, some others, I don't really know how many of them do this system, they track. So at an early age, they decide, oh, you're going to be a math science person. Oh, you're not going to be, you're a humanities person. And then those different types of students diverge. These students learn lots of more math, and these ones don't. And when we get compared to other countries, we're not getting compared to everyone. We're getting compared to the math science students, because they're the ones taking the math and science, so they're the ones taking the math test. So first of all, the test isn't even really, the comparison isn't even really equal. Everybody in this country is expected to learn the same things, essentially, until you get to college. And then other countries, it's not that way. And so there's just a difference in systems. And if you make those kind of decisions and people are tracked so early in life, then you can focus them more. And so they learn more math, but those students who are learning math don't learn as much of other things, and vice versa. So we could do it that way in this country. We could track earlier, but I don't think that we'd ever do that. I think that's against our philosophy as a country. All people are created equal, all this stuff, all that. I don't think it would ever happen. I don't think we'd want it, but maybe we would. Maybe we need to consider the possibility of changing our educational system in that way. That's one thing that I think would say. There's another thing I'd like to say, another big thing. Like I said, there are a million reasons why math isn't going so well. But another big reason is just education again in general. In this country, and if you're international and you're watching this, you may not believe what I'm about to say, but in this country, if you're successful at school when you're young, you are hated. It's bad. Okay, I'm exaggerating. But if you were successful in school, do you remember the times when you got your 95 or 100 on the test and other people didn't do so well? What'd you do with it? You show it off. That's what they do in other countries. In our country, we hide it. We hide it, we don't want people to see it, and then we start to not do well on purpose so that we aren't the loser that everybody thinks we are. Of course we are. But that doesn't bode so well for any part of education. And if you take math as an example, well, who's a bigger loser than the mathematician? Okay, so there's some truth to it. Well, but does there have to be? It does seem like it doesn't have to be that way, but in our culture, mathematician, good at school, that equals loser, so who's going to go into that field? The people who are more comfortable with the fact, well, okay, so I'm a loser. Those kind of things, yeah. So that's where to go. So that's not such a great thing. It doesn't really build a lot into the culture, and it's not rewarded. You know, in other countries that athletics is not respected, it's scholarship that's respected. I couldn't believe that when I heard that. Yep, that's right. You're cool if you're smart, not if you're really athletic. That's really foreign to my understanding of the way my childhood was anyway. So, to recap, two major problems with education in general. Our whole system, maybe it's wrong. I don't think so, but maybe it is. And then secondly, our whole culture. Maybe it's misled. That one I kind of think is. And then there's specific stuff about math, but who cares about that?